Let me welcome you to this tutorial on using Google Classroom with Zoom. The advantage of using Zoom with Google Classroom is that as a teacher or as a school, you have the opportunity of teaching over 80 students, unlike Hangouts that you cannot have such a number. As a matter of fact, if you have more than 10 when using Hangouts, there will be problem with your teaching. The teacher may not be able to see the students. And that is why we want to see how we can use Zoom with Google Classroom. To get started, we go to our calendar and then we set up our live lesson. While on calendar, click the plus button. After that, click the events. And then we are going to set up our lesson now. Let's call this physics class. Okay. I want it to take place in the new seminar online. Is it going to be all day? If you want it to be all day, you check here. Otherwise, you pick a date here. Let it be tomorrow. Or better still, let's make it to be on Monday, April 27th. Okay. And we want it to be from 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Beautiful. This is the time zone and it's already on West Africa Standard Time, which is okay. Do you want the lesson to repeat itself? If yes, then you have to check this and then put how you want it to repeat itself. Let's leave it as it is. Next, add people. We don't need to add people because we are integrating it to Google Classroom, of which we have our students already. Add location. We don't need to put any specific location because we want the lesson to be online. So we move forward. Add notification. Do you want the students to be reminded about the lesson? By default, it is 10 minutes before the time that they should be reminded. So let's leave it like that. Okay. Add conferences. This is very important. Click it and Hangouts will show up. Okay. Let's leave the rest and click save. Fantastic. It's now, the event has now been shown, physics class. Close it and go to your Google Classroom. In your Google Classroom, click the class that will be taking the lesson, online, new seminar on online education, okay? On getting there, click classwork. Then click the plus sign. Next, click material. And then type the title there, physics class. Beautiful. Under description, you can put your Zoom. Under description, the Zoom, we're supposed to have an ID and a password. It can be typed there. So this can be done later. Okay. Then click the attachment button above. Look at it up towards your right. Click it and then click link. Great. Then in that link, type Zoom. This is very important. Zoom zoom.us/join, zoom.us/join, and then click add. After that, check this up. But before you check, let me remind you again, under the description here, you have to type, as a teacher that want to have the lesson, you have to type the password and the ID for the Zoom lesson here. The student will see it, copy it, so that when they click your Zoom link, they'll be able to enter the details and then you'll be able to have the lesson. So let's check it up now. Fantastic. If you look up, you will see physics class. So that means we have set up the class. So your students can come to the normal class. I open my Google Classroom afresh, new seminar on online education, and then click the physics class. You can see it, and then they click join a meeting. Can you see that? On getting here, they click join. Okay. Now, the meeting we slated is to start tomorrow. Take note of that. But for the purpose of this training, we have put a demo already on, and the meeting should be starting. So at any moment from now, we will demonstrate it. After I'm through now, I'll go to the one that has been set up, and then we see how it works. Okay. So after clicking join, the students are expected to type their meeting ID here, which you should have provided. I told you where you should put it. And then after that, they'll click. Once that is done, this join meeting will be highlighted. Once your student click it, it will take them straight to the lesson, and you can teach maximum of 100 students, which is not possible with the free version of the Hangouts. And that is how we can combine Google Classroom with Zoom. Thank you for listening. Now let's see a quick demonstration of what we have just explained now. We have put up a demo already to explain this. So I go to Google Classroom, click online education, and then I will click here. We have put up a demo there. I'll click here, demo. Okay, sorry, I picked the wrong class. This is the class I should pick. Sorry. Good. So this is the class I just created. Now this has been set up already, so I'll click it. Once your student click it, this is what they will see. And then they will click join a meeting. But before that, the ID should be copied. So the student will copy the ID. Trying to do that here. It cannot be copied. They can write it down somewhere and then put it in. So let's go ahead and click join a meeting. The meeting has been configured already to be holding now. So I join the meeting now. And then click join again. Join meeting. Now it's expecting me to put the password. So once I put the password, the meeting should be able to start. Now on getting here, you are expected to click the join meeting, that is, to begin the Zoom meeting. Your students are expected to click here. Once they click here, it will take them to Zoom, and they'll be required to join the Zoom meeting. But then it's very important that they take note of the meeting ID and the password. This should be required when they get to Zoom. So tell your student to write it down before they click the join a meeting, because they will need the information to join the meeting. Let me click the join a meeting now. So immediately it takes me to Zoom, and then click join, and after that click join meeting. Okay. Now, after signing in, it is important that you click join video. After joining the video, you may not automatically begin to have your lesson with your teacher as a student, because I'm working now as a student. That is the profile I'm using. So if you're a teacher, once the students log in, they will need to click join video, and you will need to allow them into the class. There's a portion or a place you are going to click on Zoom before that can happen. I would just advise you to go to zoom.us, look at the features of Zoom and see how to use the various features so that you can successfully host a Zoom video lesson. I will also advise that you download Zoom if you have not done so that you can use it effectively instead of using the web application part of it. So finally, we have come to the end of the tutorial. We have deemed it necessary to bring this tutorial to you so that you can enjoy Zoom with Google Classroom.